All right, today we're going to pry open the lid on one of the most important black boxes in all of technology, the thing that powers, well, pretty much every app, website, and digital service you use. Yep, we're talking about the database. Have you ever stopped to wonder how your social media feed just knows you? Or how your bank can track every single transaction perfectly? Or how a streaming service remembers exactly where you paused that movie? Well, it all boils down to this hidden, super organized piece of software called a database management system, or DBMS for short. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to define what this black box thing actually is. Then, we're going to peek inside at the universal blueprint that almost every database is built on. After that, we'll get into the fun stuff, the different styles of databases you can build and where you can put them. And finally, we'll wrap it all up by talking about why this blueprint is so incredibly important. Okay, so what in the world is a DBMS? You can think of it as the ultimate gatekeeper for information. It's this complex piece of software that lets us define, create, and manage every little piece of data inside a database. Let's use an analogy. If all your data is like a massive skyscraper, then the DBMS is the master architect, the head construction manager, the chief of security, and the front desk concierge all rolled into one. It designs the structure, it builds it protects it, and it helps you find whatever you're looking for in an instant. Now here's where it gets really cool. It doesn't matter if you're talking about a simple database on your laptop or a massive one that spans the globe. Almost all of them follow the exact same universal blueprint. It's officially called the ANSI/Spark architecture. And the absolute genius of this blueprint, it comes down to one simple but incredibly powerful idea. It's built on 3 totally separate levels. And that separation, well, that's the secret sauce to everything that makes a modern database work. So it all starts at the very bottom with the internal level. This is the foundation, right? It's all about the raw hardware, how the ones and zeros are physically laid out on a disk drive. Then one layer up, you've got the conceptual level. This is the master blueprint for our whole data skyscraper. It defines what we're storing, things like users and posts, and how they all relate to each other. And then at the very top, you have the external level. Think of these as custom windows looking into the building. A user sees their feed, an advertiser sees ad metrics. Each one gets a different view, but it's all drawn from that same central structure. And this separation is the whole point. It gives us this incredible concept, this superpower, really, called data independence. This is the real game changer. So what does that actually mean? It means you can completely swap out your physical hard drives for brand new, faster ones. That's physical independence. And the master blueprint, the conceptual level, doesn't even notice. Or you could add a whole new category of data to your plan, like a videos table. That's logical independence, and it won't break the existing views for your users. This independence is what lets our technology evolve so quickly without having to rewrite every single app from scratch. Okay, so we've got our 3-level blueprint. Now we can start looking at the different styles of skyscrapers we can build on that foundation, and this is all about choosing your data model. The data model just defines the logical structure of your data. You know, the early systems used a really rigid tree-like hierarchical model. But then came the big one, the relational model. This organizes everything neatly into tables, rows, and columns, just like a bunch of connected spreadsheets. It's the foundation for giants like MySQL and PostgreSQL. And more recently, we've got NoSQL databases, which offer way more flexible structures, like documents or graphs, which are perfect for handling the messy, massive data of the modern web. All right, we've picked our style. Now we got to decide where we're going to build this thing. And that's all about the system architecture. Is our database going to live in one spot, or is it going to be spread all over the world? The simplest way is a centralized system. Everything lives on one server, in one physical place. It's perfect for something like a single hospital's patient records. But for something like a global banking network, you'd use a distributed system. The data is spread out across servers in different cities or even countries. But here's the magic trick. To the user, it still looks like one single unified database. Now today, the 2 architectures you're going to see pretty much everywhere are client-server, where you have a bunch of client computers all talking to one powerful server, and of course, the cloud. Hosting your database in the cloud gives you this almost unbelievable power to scale up and handle millions of users on demand. So we've gone through all this, the blueprint, the models, the architectures. But why does any of this matter? Why is understanding the inside of this black box so critical? It's because this blueprint, this whole structure, is what makes our entire digital world tick. Its data independence lets technology move forward without everything breaking. Its separate levels give us the flexibility for custom views and the security that comes with it. And its architecture gives us the raw power to scale from a tiny startup in a garage to a global powerhouse, all using the same fundamental ideas. When you boil it all down, it's this. Choosing the right combo of data model and system architecture is one of the most important decisions you can make when building software. If you get it right, you can build a system that can absolutely fly. But if you get it wrong, it's just never going to get off the ground. This stuff isn't just academic theory. It's literally the instruction manual for the world we live in now. The next world-changing app, the next scientific breakthrough, the next global network, you can bet it's going to be built on one of these blueprints. The only real question left is, which one are you going to use?